Hello everybody. Boy, we're going to have a good time today. You see that spot right there? It's a little field that is right in the middle of a swamp. Nothing else that is even close to it as far as openings. Nothing but canopy of trees. And it's right on the river. Whenever the river's up, there's actually no way to get to it other than if you're going to fly in, or even maybe have a UTV you could drive through the marsh, because it gets landlocked. The water gets up and it puts pretty much everything around that underwater. But man, it's a great spot. I'd watched this place or looked at it for years and never thought to drop in, and I found out who owned it and got permission and started using it. It's about 60 to 70 miles from base. Great place to stop in the afternoon. It's got a beautiful little tree kind of off center right up there on the, you'll see in the top of the windscreen, that I usually, when I come in there, I put down there, and then I use it for the shade, pull my chair out. I have been sitting there before and had turkeys that roost right in that area come out and walk all around the monster trying to figure out what this crazy machine is. But anyhow, I come down right here and I kind of drag it in, and I kept the power up so that I could go ahead and just put down right up close to where I knew that the tree was. And like I said, I've rolled a lot of this. Now there's times whenever these grass field landings or hay fields, you can miss stuff and you can wind up making a mess and causing a problem. And that problem can result in things happening to your landing gear, kind of like what you've seen here. It was a beautiful hayfield. I landed at another spot and kind of missed a hole and found the only hole, according to the farmer, that was in the field, and that's what it caused. But anyhow, I actually, right before where my stop was, there was a hole in front of it, and I knew it was there, but I taxied off into it, and I knew it was going to be a pretty good hole to get in, and I knew I was going to probably have to power up pretty good to get out of it. But it wound up taking almost full power to get the monster to come on through that hole and pick up out of there and get started on the takeoff roll. But I got mounted back up. I taxied back to the far end here, the diagonal end, so that I could get as much room. I had pretty much full fuel on. I hadn't been long refueled at another place just down the way there, so I was as heavy as I normally get. But I taxied down here to the end, and man, it's just such a beautiful spot. Like I said, where it's located, it's kind of as isolated as it can get. And you know, in the southeast, there ain't a lot of places you can get to where you truly are just completely isolated from civilization and everybody else. But this is one of those spots that is probably as close to that as you're going to get. But anyhow, I get down here to the other end, and I got the canopy open, and I'm just kind of getting as much room as I can before starting my takeoff run, and get turned around and button up the canopy and get ready to blast out of there. But again, these kinds of spots to me are what make my flying fun. I truly do look for the most out of the way spots that I can find, and I just enjoy that. I like the solitude. I like the just kind of being to myself and being a little isolated. It's always just an enjoyable time. I've actually had friends come down. I like to expose them to this. But anyhow, we pick the tail up and we start the takeoff roll. And like I say, I knew that this through the field here was free of holes, was going to be no problem. But we're off and looking for new adventures and other places to go. And like I said, I was about 70 miles from base. It was early in the afternoon, and so I just wound up playing all over there and met and seen some other friends down the way. But if you like this, folks, please like and subscribe. Thanks.